If you're a student, creator, developer, or professional trying to work with AI and have been hearing a lot about Claude but don't know where to start, then you're in the right video. I've been using Claude for 1 year, and I can tell that once you understand how to use it properly, it feels way better than most of the tools in the market. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything from absolute basics to actually getting high-quality results. So make sure to stick around because in the end, I will share a way which makes it super easy for you to shift to Claude from any other tool. So let's get started. Go to Claude AI, and this is how the homepage looks. Here you have price section, and let me break this down real quick. There are basically 3 plans: Free, Pro, and Max. Free is good enough for beginners. You can chat, write content, analyze stuff, pretty much all the basic things. Then you've got Pro, which is around $17 a month. This is where you get more usage, access to the stronger models, and overall a better experience. And then there's Max. If you're someone who constantly works with large files, complex projects, and long sessions, then this is for you. But don't worry about all of this right now. We will start with the free version in this video, and as we progress, I'll tell about Pro features so you understand what you're actually getting if you are paying for it. Once you log in, this is the main dashboard. Right in the center, we've got our chat box. This is where you type anything you want, and then you can select the model from this dropdown. Opus is used for complex tasks and is available in the Pro plan only. Sonnet is for everyday tasks, and Haiku is best for quick response when you don't need to work with anything complex. On the left, this is your sidebar. You've got chats, projects, artifacts, and a couple of other options like search and customize. I will show all of them. So instead of clicking around randomly, you actually know when to use which one. Now, there's one small thing I'd recommend. If you click here and go to settings, you'll see this personal preference tab. Here you can tell Claude about the type of response you want. So instead of telling it every time, it already knows how you want your responses. For example, I will type, "Whenever possible, include simple, real-world examples to explain concepts," and hit save. Now, we are done with the setup, so let's do some real work. With most AI models, you can work with files, but only up to a certain limit. But Claude is different. Here you can upload very large files like full reports with hundreds of pages in long research papers, and it actually keeps track of everything. Now let me show you how this actually works. I have downloaded this government report analyzing religious freedom across multiple countries. It's about 100 pages, and it's almost impossible to read and analyze it manually. But we are smart, so we will upload it here and ask it maybe something like, "Why should someone living in US actually care about this report?" and send. So this is what Claude told me. It says that this affects your money, shapes your neighbors, impacts internal matters, connects trade and global relationships, and even affects your purchase. Just notice the way it responds. This is pretty solid as it didn't just throw some random summary like most chatbots would do. It actually understood the context and gave a response that feels relevant. Now, a quick heads up, if you're working with really big files, this can eat up your usage pretty fast. So don't be surprised if you hit a limit and have to wait for it to reset. Now, when you keep using Claude regularly, all of your conversations will be saved automatically in the left sidebar. And if you've got a long list, it will be difficult to scroll through to find any specific conversation. So to solve this, you can directly go to chat section and type what you want to search. So I will type content, and everything related to content that I have discussed with Claude will show up, and I can easily find my past conversations. Now, once you start working regularly with multiple files and different chats, things can get messy really quick. And that's where projects come in. Think of projects like folder, but a smart folder. Instead of having random things all over the place, you can group everything related to one task. Let's say you're working on a YouTube video, so you can keep your research, scripts, notes, everything inside one project. Or if you have a business, you can have one project for each department. Now let me quickly show you how to create it. It's super simple. Just click on Projects and then New Project. Here, you just give it a name. For example, let's say Business Reports and Analysis. And in the description, I'll type something like summarizing reports, extracting insights, and generating action points for work. That's it. Click Create. Now, once your project is created, you'll see this panel. At the top, you've got Memory. When you keep working inside this project, Claude starts to understand your context over time and builds a memory around it. Then you've got Instructions. This is where you can tell how you want Claude to respond. And this is exclusive just for this project. Conversations outside of this project will not be affected. For example, if this is for business reports, I can say, always give concise insights, highlight risks, and suggest action points. And now every response inside this project will follow this style. And then you've got Files. This is where you can upload documents directly into the project, and Claude can refer to them whenever required. So I will upload a revenue file and ask it to calculate the profit. Now, I actually tried something interesting here. This isn't some revenue report, it's actually script of my last video. I just renamed it to business revenue. I just want to check if Claude actually reads the file properly or just makes things up to give random responses. Basically, I'm just trying to trick it. Let's see what it gives. And instead of making something up, it actually stopped and told me this might not be the right file, which is pretty good because some AI tools would just give you any random answer and move on. But here, it actually verified the content before responding, and that's important because you can actually trust what it's telling you. Up until now, we've been mostly talking with Claude, asking questions and getting answers. But what if you want it to create something, like writing a full document or building something? That's where Artifacts comes in. If you click on Artifacts, this is what you'll see. It is asking what kind of thing you want to build. You've got options like apps, documents, games, and more. Let's say we pick documents and templates. It will ask a few things, kind of document, who this is for, and the format. We will select it, and it gave a proper template with all the required sections. Now, before we build this further, let me try again by making a new artifact. Here, I will select visual art and animation. Vibe must be sci-fi and futuristic, and I will share it with audience. Okay, it is asking a couple of more things. I want the scene to be celestial with space and galaxies, and obviously want it to be interactive. So our project will be created as an HTML canvas animation. Let's go ahead and ask it to build it. You can see that it is building it right with us while writing all the HTML code. And once it's done, this is what we got. I mean, it's not bad to start with. You can definitely work on it and make it better, but this is the whole point of this feature. It helps you actually get started. So now you've seen how you can actually build things, but what if you want Claude to perform any specific types of task, like writing documents in a certain format or creating design? That's where skill comes in. Think of these like pre-built abilities you can add to Claude. So instead of explaining everything from scratch every time, you can just use a skill that's already built. For example, you've got Canvas Design skill. This can be used to create visual art using design philosophy. It also creates original visual designs to avoid copyright issues. So I will go back to the chat and type, create a clean, professional LinkedIn-style visual poster about 5 ways to improve business productivity with minimal design, modern layout, and clear typography, and select Canvas Design as the skill and send. Now it is reading Canvas Design skill and working on design philosophy for the LinkedIn productivity poster, writing Python script to create it, and finally generating and previewing the poster. And here we go. I mean, just look at it. This is not bad. All the 5 steps are mentioned clearly and actually make sense. And here we have the design philosophy used to create this. Imagine how much time will it take to create this manually. These pre-built skills are very powerful, but you're not limited to it. You can actually create your own skill based on how you like to work. To do this, go back to Skills, click on Create Skill, and here you have 3 options to create it. First, by using Claude, second, by writing instruction, and third, by directly uploading it. So I will simply use Claude to create my skill and write, create a skill for writing YouTube scripts in the AI and tech niche. The script should be in English, conversational, easy to understand, and feel natural and engaging. Include hooks, storytelling, and smooth transitions for better viewer retention. Let me select my preferences, and after working for a few minutes, this is what it created. I can simply go through it and save this skill from here. I mean, just see how incredible it is that Claude actually has a skill to create skills. So far, everything we've done is inside Claude. But what if you could connect it to the tools you already use? That's where Connector comes in. Think of it like a bridge between Claude and your apps. You can connect apps like Doc, Slack, or other tools, and Claude can work directly with the info inside that app. Let's take the example of Gmail. Instead of going through long email threads, you can connect Claude and get the work done. To do it, go to Customize, click on Connectors, then this plus icon, and click on Gmail, and select the account that you want to connect. Provide all the necessary permissions, and our Gmail has been connected with Claude. Now, I will ask it to look through my email and tell me if I am missing something important. And then you can see that it is working on it by searching the threads and using Gmail integration, and gave me complete content pipeline after checking my Gmail about the pending task. This is very useful because now I am not going to miss any of my important updates. So now you've seen how Claude can connect with tools like Gmail and actually fit into your daily workflow. But there's one important thing I want to show you, especially if you're coming from tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, because switching tools is very annoying, right? You've got your own style, your way of working, and starting from scratch in a new tool feels like a pain. But remember in the beginning I told you, I'll show you a method that makes this shift super easy? Yeah, this is it. Claude has this feature called Capabilities. What it basically does is it helps you bring your existing setup from another AI tool into Claude. To do this, go to Settings, click on Capabilities, and here you will see an option to import memory from other AI providers. Click on Start Import and copy this prompt, and paste it in a chat in your existing AI tool. So I will go to Gemini and paste this. Now I will copy the response that I have received and come back to Claude and paste it here, and click on Add to Memory. It is now updated and gave us the context copied from Gemini. I can click here and verify if it is correct. And this is how you can make a seamless transition from any other AI to Claude while importing all your settings and workflow. So yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know to get started with Claude. We started from the absolute basics with understanding how it works, then used it to handle large files while organizing it with projects, building things with artifacts, and customizing it with skills, and then connecting it with tools through connectors, while making it super easy to switch from any other AI tool without starting from scratch. So if you actually follow this, you're already ahead of most people using AI right now. Now, if you want me to make a full video on Claude's pro features where it can actually work on your behalf, let me know in the comments. Now, apart from Claude, what if there was an AI that didn't just wait for your instructions, but actually goes ahead and does work on its own? That's exactly what I tested in this video, where I have an AI agent working for me. And if this video helped you, hit like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to check this video. I'll see you there.